Welcome back to First of All with K, Scott, and Greg. So K, Noah Lyles. I got the opportunity to learn a lot more about Noah Lyles, specifically after your Facebook post that went a little viral there. And of course, you're gonna get a little bit of pushback in regards to some of the comments that you made about Noah Lyles. From my perspective, first of all, I love trash talking. When you met me on a basketball court, and you met me running my mouth. That's how you met me, because that's what I do. And to be quite honest with you, just based off of my experience, a lot of Floridians, we are trash talkers. That's what we do. So I enjoy it. I enjoy it in sport. I think it heightens the competition. I enjoy it when I'm watching a sport. I believe it makes it more interesting to see it, and I believe it heightens the sport in general, right? So I am a proponent of trash talk. But what we saw the other day, and I'm going to play it so that people can see what we're reacting to. What we saw the other day is sore losing. I talk my trash, Kay, but I took it on the chin if I took a L. And it was no I'm faking it or anything like that. So I do want to get your perspective real quick, and then I want to share this video. What's your thoughts on Noah Lyles?
First of all, he talks too much. There is a line, right? And look, everybody's saying, oh, he bringing money to the sport. You doing this. Hey, I get all that. And I think what was missed is, so I posted after he won the 100 meter, which is not his strongest race. The 200 has been his strongest race. I don't think he lost in like 3 years. And he has the American record. He ran that time. He has the American record, but he's only ran that time like once, right? Under the time that actually won it. So you can talk your talk, and look, he talks his talk, and if you look at the press conference after he won it, he said something like, hey, when I come off of that turn, these guys are going to be depressed. Mm-hmm. And he said something like, that man ain't winning. Look. And so people, and I posted it, and everybody's like, oh, you a hater, you this, you that. I mean, hater. I'm like, no, talk your talk. But like when we met, and still until we started this podcast, you and I talk our trash. People think, and look, people even thought that we were doing it just to be online. Man, if they look at our inbox.
Yep. It's even worse.
Which really prompted us to start this podcast, because man, I ain't never talked. We talk trash just to each other without it being on.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, but anyway, talk your talk. But when it's time to own it, I said own it. I think that was missed. People were like, "Oh, you a hater? He's the American guy." I don't care. You a sore loser. That's what I think. You were sore loser. And then you laid on the ground. You got in a wheelchair and you got wheeled out after you lost. Nope. Stand up on that podium. Stand up in the press conference and say, I got beat. Let me tell you something. He lost to this guy in the semifinal round. He was not going to beat this guy anyway. He was not going to beat that Sealy Tobago. No way, no how. And he knew that. So you talking all your talk, you talking your trash, but when it's time to own it, brother. That's my take. That's my take. But go ahead and play the video so people can see what we're talking about.
Okay, so let me bring this up here real quick. I got to bring up my my browser, and then let's do this. Let's see if we can get it. Let's see.
Yeah, because while you're doing that, there's a second part to this. Is when he was talking about the U.S. This was like a year ago when he won the World Championships.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that in a second too, because they had something to say. So we'll wait on that one though. We'll wait on that. We'll tease it out a little bit.
Okay, so let me. So I've gotten it up here. Let me get it. Let me do this here real quick. I should have already had this going, but it's all good.
It's all good.
There we go. So we should be on the same wavelength right now. So let me go ahead and
Yep.
it's, which one is it? Is it this one?
I don't know which one of those videos are going to actually show it. And some of them just have commentary and some of them show it. So it might be that one up top right there.
Kenny said, Noah can say what he likes about me in press conferences and in the media. I'm here to win, and that's what I'm going to do. 40 years since the last American did the double. Carl Lewis in '84. Can Noah Lyles do it?
Set.
Final of the men's 200 is away.
Bernard responded very well to the gun. He's gotten out well, but now here comes Noah Lyles.
Lyles in the middle of the track. Tobogo is going with Bernard. Noah Lyles said this is where he gets.
I see what you mean now. As soon as he hit that track, I saw the life leave his face.
Hey, dude, let me say this, though. Even before you do that, I wish we had that pre-race before the race.
Oh, man.
He came out jumping around, running around. Man, when he came off that curve, he was the one depressed.
Oh, man. Man, I need to see if I can find the wheelchair, though. Okay, let me see if I can find the wheelchair.
Hold
on.
Find that wheelchair.
But
he had COVID now.
But hasn't he since come out and say he doesn't have it?
Man, he came out like they sent it to me like yesterday. Within a day, within hours. I don't know how the exact time. He says he's COVID free.
Okay, so let me
just say he's COVID free.
Let me bring this one up, Kay. Let's see if this one to give us a wheelchair.
Do it.
Tonight, Noah Lyles lining up for the 200-meter final.
Oh, this is news.
And become the first American man to win the 100 and 200 at the Olympics in 4 decades. But it wasn't to be. Lyles outrun by Botswana's Letsile Tobogo and his own teammate Kenny Bednarek.
What's your message to all the Kung Fu Kenny fans out there?
Stay tuned. I mean, tomorrow's going to be fire, but
I don't want to hear all that. Here we go.
After the race, Lyles appeared winded, laying on his back and looking as though he was having trouble breathing. Then he went to get medical attention, taken off the track in a wheelchair.
Okay. Listen, man. I'm going to go ahead and you can't do all this, man. Even if you know, specifically knowing and understanding the fact that I talk so much trash in regards to how I'm going to perform in a specific event, I'm not going to listen. Let's get behind the wall or let's go to the back, whatever we need to do. But I'm not going to allow anybody to see me get carted off in a wheelchair because of all the trash that I talk. And I know there's going to be backlash. So, man, you got to own the loss, bro. Simple as that.
That's it. And first of all, you got to own the loss. That's all I said. And people thought, I actually I'm not rooting for anybody, any other country over the American team, but America's got some really good sprinters like Arian Knighton and I think Kung Fu Kenny was in that race and some other guys. So I was actually rooting for the youngest guy, Arian Knighton, really. And if it would have went Arian Knighton and Kung Fu Kenny and then Noah, I was fine with that. But man, he needed some humble pie. And man, did he get it. And then you get carted off in a wheelchair and then saying you got COVID, but you ran he got tested. He said he tested positive for COVID before the race. Mm-hmm. And if you saw his pre-race antics that he's running, here's the thing. I don't have a problem with any of that. You can do all of that. You can bring money to the sport. You can talk your talk. You can lay on the grass. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
But if you lose, don't give me that I got COVID and I'm in a wheelchair and I got carted off. Man, I don't want to see any of that. You stand up and you own it. Then
Facts.
Then the thing is, people look at them. They already look at us as being really arrogant anyway. And then when you don't own your stuff, now they look at you as being a sore loser. That's actually worse.
I agree.
In my opinion. So you needed to own that. So people gonna say you a hater all you want. I'm a hater. I'm down in the black man. And people gonna say that anyway. He ain't down in the black man. That man he talks too much. And then there's the other side, which I know you was gonna get to, is the basketball part.
Yeah. So I saw what he said on the and I haven't seen what all the responses to it, but I did see. I get the opportunity to see when he talked about NBA world champions or what. I mean, I understand the point. I just don't think it needs to be made in such a way. To be quite honest with you, talking trash within your sport and talking trash to the individuals that you are competing against is one thing. Trying to demean another sport that you don't participate in and therefore those dudes can't get at you is another, right? So, I mean, it is what it is. Yeah, he's talking too much, and he just got served a nice helping of humble pie. And as I saw him come around that curve, like I told you, I saw his face go from, he knew the L was coming when he came around that curve. I saw the life, I saw the confidence sap out of him when he came around that curve. So apparently, it was him that was going to be depressed coming around that curve, and that's exactly what we saw.
That's it, and you gotta own it though. Stand up there. Look, you and I done talked, so we probably done talked so much trash. Gotta be, because as far as online and about different topics and LeBron
basketball
versus Jordan and all, I mean, just so much stuff on the basketball court. Like you said, we met talking trash. Okay, you can't get there.
Met talking trash.
We met talking trash. Like, you ain't finna get this. We done shot in each other's eyes. But look, we stand up. Now look, we behind closed doors. You're like, man, you got me on. you got me. On the court, you just you take the L, you walk off. Behind closed door, yeah, you got me. You got me today. You got me today. Hey, you got me, but you own it. We own it. You know what I mean? You stand up. That's how you talk that trash. And then when he said the U.S. team, now I will say this: he probably did bring eyes to the sport.
Yep.
Probably did bring, but I believe that you failed though in showing the world that you can stand up when you can stand up when you say something, or you can stand up in the face of defeat. One of the things that, and people like, Ali talk trash, but one of the things I saw Ali do is, after he lost, man, he's standing up and he's talking. He would stand up. He was like, listen, man, you got me today. But guess what? I'm not hurt. That's what he said. He said, I'm not hurt. I'm not down. I'm not out. But you stand up and you own that. And when you talked about the USA team, like I said, you might have brought some eyes to the sport. But when you go sit down and you say, hey, they're not world champions. Now, guess what they posted this morning? They posted, we're the world champions, and something like we the gold medal winners as well. So people are gonna come back at you, just like when we do these shows. We're gonna talk our talk, but guess what? It's all in it, man. People are going to come back at you. You got to be willing to stand up in the face of the criticism.
I totally agree with that. So you all tell us what you think in the comment section. Don't forget to hate, like, comment, and subscribe. This is First of All, and we are